So for my introduction to social studies lesson, I've got the classroom set up as a mock world, arranged by continent, and at each station or continent, I will place garbage bags representing the total waste production of that continent. I will place chairs and desks representing the total population for that continent. Okay, compared to other continents, of course. You see there's just 2 desks here for North America. Over there for Asia, this circle here you see, there are 16 desks. Okay, so the population distribution is much greater in Asia than it is in North America. Australia has just 1 chair there. South America has 2 chairs representing their population. And Europe has 4 chairs over there representing its population. Africa has lots of room but very little food, and so on. So it should be an interesting lesson, introduction to the idea of social studies. Most kids probably have no idea what that even means. So I plan to ask them, what is social studies? And see what they say. And then I plan to read a very wordy, complicated definition from the American National Council of Social Studies. And then I plan to translate into a definition that makes sense to 7th graders and to me. That will be my way of introducing social studies as the study of people and how they live in order to promote awareness and understanding. And ultimately, hopefully, respect for different cultures, respect for different countries, respect for where people are from, and just sort of seeing that as a, hey, you know, you really had no control over that. How can we meet halfway? How can I help you? How can we help each other? How can we understand each other? That's really what social studies is all about, understanding people and how they live. So hopefully this lesson will nail that. How much of the world's food exists in Africa out of a 100-point scale?
I said 1%. That place. They're starving. My friends or my friends have gone for like church things down to Africa, to like the really poor parts, and they have like no food. They gotta do like searching everywhere. So I said 1%.
Okay, so Zach says 1% of the world's food exists in Africa. Jacob?
I'm gonna say 4.
4%? Tyson?
4%.
4%? John?
5.
5% of the food exists in Africa. All right, ready? Let's count the amount of the world's food, the percentage of the world's food that exists in Africa.
1, 2.
How did you get that? I said 2, so we were close.
That's pretty amazing. Africa's a big place. Check it out over here. Look at the size of Africa compared to other continents. Look at this. And look at how much food exists in Africa.
They only get 1 Sour Patch Kids packet.
Wow, let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask this group a question. If I said the people in Africa can divide up the food evenly, what would happen?
They'd
If
kill
there
each
are
other.
5 gummy fish in there, how much would they get? Yeah, you're talking about this much for everybody. Right? So what happens in Africa when there's only a certain amount of food? Who gets it?
Me.
No one.
People.
They fight for it.
Oh, the people who.
Kids.
People who are
want to get it.
People who are rich and can pay for their food.
What if someone tries to take it from them? What do?
They
go
kill
to
them.
prison and they go to
don't
prison.
have to they die.
I said took that from
Wait, did you hear what Sage said? It all comes down to food, water, and power, and money. And you're right, there isn't enough to divide up here. We might try to divide up and be peaceful, but eventually Zach's going to get sick of eating half a gummy fish. I'm sorry, Gage is going to get sick of eating half a gummy fish. He's going to take Julia's gummy fish and say, you know what? We got a family to feed. Julia's going to say, give it back. He's going to say, no, sorry, I have a gun. I have a group of people with guns and we're keeping the fish.